So, Kate, this novel, when it was written, was sort of bold and provocative. Now, obviously, we've moved on with this sort of issue. How important was it to capture that initial essence so that audience didn't go, it's no big deal?
Yes, it was. It was her Highsmith's second novel. It was written under a pseudonym, and it describes a relationship, a love between two women, which is, of course, not only frowned upon but illegal. I think when you fall in love for the first time, it's dangerous and it's volcanic. And I think Todd, being such an outsider and, having celebrated by, queer cinema around the world, he was the perfect person to make it. And only he could have made a film about two women falling in love where you sort of forget their gender. It's an impediment, but another impediment to their love is the age gap and the class difference, and and therefore the gap between Carol's sort of urbane world weariness, her experience, versus Theresa's relative inexperience.
I mean, my next question was, this is a love story, but you forget the gender. It was literally the words, because you do. I mean, how much of a testament is that? This is grown-up filmmaking. It's nuanced, isn't it? And we don't see that on the big screen very often.
Yes.
This sort of script now and this kind of intelligence with the plot, usually it's on television now. It's
yes.
the kind of thing you see
I mean,
there.
I think the conversation has changed in most of the Western-speaking world. And I think if this film had been made 10 years ago, because, of course, it's been a labour of love. The screenplay's been around for a long time and has taken a long time to get the film made. But if it had been made and viewed 10 years ago, even if it had been made exactly the same frame by frame, I think it would have been viewed as a much more political film. But, of course, we did a press conference and people from China were saying, it would be a difficult film for people to see there. I mean, in many parts of Africa, this film will not be seen. In Russia, this film perhaps will not be seen. So it's, it's not necessarily the fact that these two women are falling in love, same-sex relationship. It's by no means easy all around the world.
That's interesting. I've actually never thought of it like that. The fact that here or in the States or Australia we might think, no big deal, but actually it's shocking because it is so recent and it is an issue still going on around the world. Yeah,
it is. But I do think that Todd has made a film about falling in love. You do. Their gender's a very big part of it, but it's not all of the film.
Is that why Carol was such a great part to play as well? The fact that she's so composed on the outside and so self-assured and looks so glam, but
Highsmith is a gift for an actor, because Highsmith understands absolutely that every adult has a secret, and secrets are great things to play with because they give you a great interior life. As an actor.
This has been the year of talking about gender equality. Are you bored of it? Are you bored of talking about it? The fact that, at the cinema at the moment we've got Suffragette, we've got Carol, we've got Brooklyn, we've got Sicario.
Yes.
We've got all these great female-led films. Are good parts out there? You seem to find them, other actresses seem to find them.
It's about finding people that you can work with where it doesn't become the point of the film. I think it's up to the media to change the conversation, frankly, to change the language. The work is there. The talent is there. It has been for decades, for centuries. It's about changing the discourse around it. But it's not just the film industry. It's across all industries. It's equal pay for equal work. It's about having access. And I think that there's a critical mass of women talking about the film industry, behind the camera, in front of the camera, who are producing, who are making the work. And then it's about how it's discussed, so that an audience can enter open-armed, so that audiences can have access to it in the multiplex,
And just finding another discussion that sort of carries on and the media keeps going with, Oscars. You're up against yourself.
Here you are.
Here
the
we
media
are.
is so
Already
guilty.
Yeah, you're up against yourself, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, I think it's that time of year, isn't it? And if you can harness that buzz, and if there's a buzz around Carol, that's fantastic, because what it does is it makes an audience excited to go and see the film. And that's why we all do it. And the rest is, of course it's great to be recognised by your peers, but it's certainly not why you go into it. But if you're made to one is made to feel disingenuous if you actually say that,
No, I believe it.
But it's true.
Yeah.